Hi, I'm Scoot. I want to share with you the progress that we have made here on the scootontheair.com website and the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. Remember this? Remember this sign? Remember this? Because of you, I want you to see the progress that we've made. You know, I'm up to over 150 subscribers now, over 150 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And the website, scootontheair.com, continues to grow, and it's all because of you. So look, we've gone from this, I want to show you the progress we've made because of you, to this. Look at that. And this is the daily hit on scootontheair.com. Also, Scoot on the Air YouTube. I'm telling you, we're making real progress here, and it's all because of you. Hey, I'm glad you're with us. If you are new to the website, this is the daily hit, and it's a daily take on some of the stories of the day. Usually, they're very controversial or stupid stories of the day. And you can join up on YouTube. You can become a subscriber. It's absolutely free. And we give you an update every time we do something. And then also on a regular basis, check in with our website, scootontheair.com. And right under the main picture on the front page, there's a bar that says daily content. Click on that every day for the latest video. I saw the play, The Book of Mormon, last night at the Sanger Theater here in New Orleans. Have you seen The Book of Mormon? Look, I'm not a prude. And I'm pretty open when it comes to a lot of things. And I was one of the ones that started the campaign, Keep Christ in Christmas and Keep Christ in Comedy. You know, I was all for keeping Christ in Christmas and Christ in comedy because, you know, it's okay. I mean, you know, God gave us a sense of humor. Okay, so I watched Book of Mormon and I was shocked. I didn't know what to expect. But man, the first time they let the F-bomb fly, and then there were a couple of other things about these Mormon missionaries who go to Uganda. And I mean, in some ways it was kind of touching, but again, I had no idea it was that blasphemous. I had no idea it was that irreverent. But as irreverent and as blasphemous as it was, that's how funny it was as well. Also, before going to the Book of Mormons last night, I had a telemarketer call me. And it was a telemarketer for wounded veterans. And, you know, I'd love to help wounded veterans. But here's what I'm noticing with these telemarketers calling. You know, they sound really nice and they sound official. But I always ask them, well, if you send me information on your organization, I'll look at it. And then if it's legitimate, I'll send you a check. Well, guess what? As soon as you say that, they go, okay, well, thank you. They hang up. They don't want to give you any information. So I hate to say this, but I'm going to recommend that you never give anything to anybody over the phone unless you know absolutely for sure that they're legitimate. I don't care how legitimate they sound to you. I don't care how they pull at your heartstrings. Don't do it. Ask them to send you information and see if they send it to you or see if they quickly hang up. Also, after the State of the Union address, Bette Midler has got a suggestion. She thinks that because Roe v. Wade is going to be endangered in the near future, she is telling all of her friends and all of her fans to invest in coat hangers. Okay, let's get to the controversy of blackface. This recent controversy with blackface started with Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. And apparently this was in retaliation for his support of a very controversial New York abortion bill. And the word has gotten out, and this is not true, by the way. The word is somehow spread because, you know, people think in just myopic sound bites. They hear one little thing and they go, oh, really? Really? Oh my God, that's terrible. Well, in order to advance the anti-abortion movement, some people have made it seem as if the new New York abortion bill allows you to kill a baby right after it's been born. And, that's ridiculous. And some want to believe that. So again, with confirmation bias, they'll believe what they want to believe. So this is spread all over social media. Oh my God, this new bill. And people don't look into it. They just pick up what other idiots say, and they pick up this little myopic mental soundbite, and they just regurgitate it over and over and over again. Okay, so that'll be a topic for another video. Blackface, a picture of a guy in blackface standing next to a guy in a Klan hood and robe surfaced, and it came from the page of the medical yearbook of the governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam. So when it first came out, he said, I apologize. That was 1984. It was 35 years ago. I wasn't thinking, that was inappropriate. I would never do that today. The next day, he says, wait a minute, that's not even me in the photograph. I'm not even sure that's me in the photograph. Well, now it comes out that the lieutenant governor, Mark Herring, the Attorney General of Virginia, Mark Herring, has appeared in blackface in the past. He dressed up as his favorite rapper. And then I'm getting feedback on my Facebook page, which is also Scoot on the Air. And you can join that for some lively discussions. I'm getting pictures of Hillary Clinton in blackface for the past, and even Ted Danson in blackface. Well, nobody said anything about these people. I'll get to that in just a moment. But first of all, let me go back to Virginia Governor Northam. He said originally that he was one of the people in the picture. Now, if he was the guy in the KKK hood and robe, well, that's a whole different story. But if he was the guy in the blackface, okay, that's bad. That's inappropriate. I lived through 1984. That was not the thing to do in 1984. It wasn't the thing to do for a long time. So that was stupid. It was poor judgment. But then he also said, well, I also dressed up like Michael Jackson. And as I've said, I mean, that's, you don't have to use much black makeup for that. And so the Lieutenant Governor, Mark Herring, said at a party, some friends convinced him to dress up like his favorite rapper. You see, if you dress up like a specific person, that's not blackface. The definition of blackface is white performers wearing blackface to portray blacks on stage. And this was at the height of racism in America. Because America was so racist, blacks were not even allowed on stage. So if there was a black character, white people put on blackface to play that person. Blackface is different from dressing up and imitating a black performer like Michael Jackson or a rapper. So I want to set the record straight on that. All right, now, Hillary Clinton, blackface, many years ago. Ted Danson, blackface, with Whoopi Goldberg, who he dated for a while. Blackface. Oh, nobody said anything about these people. So the suggestion is, this is the suggestion that comes from the far right. The suggestion is that everybody's a bunch of hypocrites because they're bashing on even though he's a Democrat, they're bashing on this governor today because he did blackface, and nobody said anything about Hillary Clinton or Ted Danson. Well, you know why nobody said anything about them? Because at the time, that wasn't a big deal. I mean, it was a big deal, don't misunderstand me, but it wasn't the kind of thing that got people's attention. Well, it gets people's attention today. And even if you did it in the past, you're still responsible for your behavior. You're still responsible for the decisions that you made. Had Hillary Clinton did that today, everybody would be talking about it. If Ted Danson did that today, everybody would be talking about it. So it's absurd to think, Well, nobody said anything about them, so the liberals like Hillary and the liberals like Ted Danson, they get a pass. No, they don't get a pass. And if those pictures have been resurrected now, then Hillary Clinton and Ted Danson deserve to be criticized for doing that, because that was poor, poor judgment. And then there are those who say, well, sometimes blacks wear white face. And Eddie Murphy in the movie Coming to America, he dressed up, he was a white guy. He dressed up like that white Jewish guy in the barbershop in Coming to America. What are you doing? Why are you keeping score? And that's what this is all about, keeping score. Oh, well, you know what? If they can do this, then we can do this. Why are you keeping score? What the hell difference does it make? And it's different. And if you don't understand the difference, I'm not even going to be able to explain it to you. But the difference is based on the scars of our past. And you may think that on paper, it's not fair if they can do this and you can't do this. But there's also this human element of humans judging things. And the way we judge some things is different from the way we judge other things. We can't help it. We're humans. And then I get the keeping score of, well, if they can have a Black Miss America pageant, then why can't they have a White Miss America pageant? Because a White Miss America pageant was never necessary. A Black Miss America pageant was necessary because blacks could not get into the Miss America pageant. That's why. And so what if it continues today? It started out of necessity. We're never going to get over this racial issue as long as there are people who are keeping score. As long as there are people who are saying, well, if he did this, then why didn't somebody say something about that? What saddens me is that nobody's freaking really thinking. Nobody's paying attention. Nobody's trying to understand why Hillary Clinton and Ted Danson didn't get a lot of traction with what they did back then. And so you bring up a picture now? I mean, it's like, okay, well, gee, back in the 50s, they used to use the N-word. So let's use the N-word today. No, not acceptable. Not acceptable. I worry about the desire to attack, the desire to find something wrong, to attack somebody, overthinking. People are not thinking. They're picking up mental, myopic sound bites, and they're puking them all over the place. I hope we were able to set the record straight on this. And of course, you could always share your opinions. This has been, I love my new signs. This has been the Daily Hit on the scootontheair.com website. Also, Scoot on the Air YouTube. And please remember, check with us every day. scootontheair.com. All right, have a great day.